Virginia Beach city leaders relieved Hurricane Florence didn't hit Hampton roads. However, for several days, as they watched the track of the storm, they made plans. Chenue Her was at the council meeting earlier tonight, where officials were briefed on how it all worked out.
Yeah, David, relief was definitely the theme tonight. City leaders talked about how much planning went into making sure the city was ready and how prepping for Florence was different from past hurricanes. Just as relieved as residents are that Hurricane Florence missed Hampton roads are Virginia Beach city officials who spent days preparing for the potential Category 4 storm.
Thank goodness we just were in the planning and preparation phase. We didn't have to respond or recover from this storm.
Deputy City Manager Stephen Cover briefed City Council Tuesday, detailing how every agency in the city was on board with the hurricane plans.
We went as close to a full EOC activation as you could have without actually doing that. We had a lot of participating. Every agency in the city was in that room.
We went into the most intense planning exercise that we have done in a long time, if not ever, and we set the goals for our ability to shelter, our ability to evacuate, our ability to communicate at the highest level we have ever done.
Planning for this hurricane taught city officials a lot about how to prepare for a storm of this size, and they hope to continue learning as they move into the future.
We stayed vigilant throughout the storm until that track change took place.
We were prepared for the worst, and thank goodness we didn't have to respond.
In Virginia Beach, Chenue Her, 13 News Now.